awesome gamers out? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Allen Gaming and Reacts. Today we're going to be playing Detective Ducks in Roblox. Now I know I played this game with my best friend Claudia. You can go check out this video. You can go check out that video after this one. But today we are playing Detective Ducks, and I will be showing you step by step on how to solve the case. Meaning I will show you like all the secret codes and all the the character or the suspect. Now in this game you basically are a duck mixed with a detective, and you have to try and solve cases. But before we get into this video, make sure you smash and like that subscribe button and let's go. I cannot talk today. But here we go. I forgot to put my camera down, but it's fine. So today we're going to start with the apartment and make our way up. You can just skip the cutscene. The cutscene means nothing. And you can skip all of this too. So basically, you're a duck, obviously. You have a folder with all of the evidence inside. I never use it. And then you have an end investigation. So first what you want to do when you spawn in, you want to click this top drawer. And then there's a key. You take the key, put it in this door. And then you find this plunger right here. You take the plunger and plunge the toilet. And then you get a room key. You take this room key and put it in this door. And then now you can end the investigation. That's a tutorial. And then you have to pick the suspect. Now, the suspect is the friend. So, don't ask me how I know that. I just solved the cases in the past. So basically, if you get the answer wrong, your character, as in the duck, will be in jail. But if you get it right, the suspect will be in the gates. So now we're going to do the jewelry store. That's level 2. And they get harder and harder, obviously. So that other one was a tutorial. Now we have a magnifying glass. See that font? The font pops up. And then we have a notebook to type some notes. I think I'm going to type a note right now. Did you get it? But yeah. Alright, so when you spawn in, what you want to do is you want to go over here. And then you want to grab your magnifying glass, and there's a fingerprint right on top of the register. See, look, no fingerprint, fingerprint, no, finger, no, yep, nope, nope, yep. So that's just a clue. And then the font pops up right here in this corner. And then, if you can see, I never noticed this, but there are footprints leading, and there's tire tracks leading outside. See? Footprints? No footprints. These are to jump scare your friends, but it's Roblox. So what you want to do is you want to come over, so when you come out of here, you're going to go to this alleyway, and then pick up this paper. If you want to read that, you can pause the video, and then you just have this ID. You can't pick it up yet. Open the trash can, and there's a cash register key. That's to throw you off. There's nothing in there. So you take the cash register key. We're going to go over here, and then we're going to open this. And then there's a code, 4320. You're going to put that code in here, and that should open the panel. Now, what you want to do is you want to open this locker, get the electric key panel. Now we need a fingerprint. Well, first you need the code to unlock the electricity panel. And that code is 25550. And then you take the key, unlock here, flip the switch, and now, if you go back in here, you are going to have to find, here's the suspect. They're undercover. Now, you can see here, we need a fingerprint sample. Now, I'm going to show you where it is. So to find this fingerprint sample, you're going to go this way, over here, this alleyway. And then you're going to go all the way down the hall. And you see this little handprint? That's the sample. We collected the sample. Now we're gonna go back, and then we're gonna put the fingerprint sample in. See, it's in our mouth. We're gonna put it here. Click. Scanning. You can now end the investigation. Now, who do we think it is? I already know. It is Denim Dan, the businessman. Well done. Now, you guys can pause the video to see what the crime was. I'm not going to read all this, but you can pause the video to see if you want what the crime is. So now that we passed the jewelry store, we're going to go to the bank. Now, the bank is very hard supposedly, but I think it's pretty easy. Next is the motel after this. All right, so we have so many rooms to explore. So first, when you spawn in, the first thing you're gonna do is go to this welcome mat. You can also go outside as well, but you don't need to. There's nothing out there. You're gonna go to this mat, and then you're gonna do that. You're gonna click the mat and then get the key. This is the consultation room key. You're gonna open this door. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna get this little USB drive in the corner of the board. Now, if you use your UV light, you can see there's a code right there. Right there. See? Gone, there, gone, there, gone, there, gone, there. Now, if you also do this, come to this wall, you can see that little 0. And now, the key card is in that water tank. You're going to come in the consultation room, click the clock, and there's the key, the water tank key. That's to get your key card for this very room. You're going to open that, get the key card, and then you're going to go all the way over here. And then do that. Now you're going to get your USB drive and place it right there. It's going to read it, and now you just have to wait. All right, let's just wait. Handshake accepted. Success. All right, now it's going to ask you for a code before you can open this door. So the code is 4400. Now this is to throw you off. You don't need that. So now that opens this door, and now you have a bunch of lore. If you come down here, you can see the storage room key. You're going to open the storage room key, and you can see there's a bunch of boxes. Oh no, we need scissors to cut all these boxes, because you have to cut the boxes. You're going to come over here in the valuable storage. Click this. Now, this is a color combination. So the red one is number 1. Now, the code is 1863. How do I know that? Well, if you go outside, you can verbally see it says 1863. So that's how we know. That color combination is 1863. Now, how do we know it's not any other code? Well, try 1863 on every single combination code. So the red one is always going to be 1. You're going to go back 1 to this white one. You're going to hit this arrow. 8. You're going to go to 6. 1, 2 to this white one. 1, 2. Back. Now we're going to go to 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to hit this back button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And that room is open. You never want to go forward clockwise because it doesn't work. I got confused on that one. So here's the scissors. And then you take the scissors, cut down this box, and there's some more lore if you want to know. You can pause the video. So if we take these scissors, go back to the storage room, cut all these boxes. You can read this. You can read this. And read this. All right. Now, in here, the code for this big vault is 6920. That gives you the key. Then you're gonna go to the tax office, which is in the storage room, going upstairs in here. You can now end the investigation. See how easy that was? Now, who is it? It is Mr. Sterling, the manager. Because if you go back and you pause it, in the storage room, near the storage room, it says the manager is I think it said the manager is the worst. So that gives you a hint. Well done. Now, you can read this. I'll wait for you to pause it, and now we're going to move on. So after we do that, we're going to go to the motel, because that's the next level. So here's the motel. All right. This one is a bit tricky. All right, my bad. Sorry about that. But right now, we're going to go, when you spawn in, you're going to go behind this desk, right? You're going to get the key. Room 1. In this, you're going to type the top one, you're going to type NIGH, night, _ shift. All lowercase, no spaces. Then, the password is capital L, late, capital C, check, capital O, out, exclamation mark, no spaces. When you click submit, you can see they're just normal people. Wait, we have a dentist. Now, we're going to save that for later. You can end it, but there's more lore. And I think this is more interesting. So when you open room key number 1, there's nothing in the drawers. You can read this. I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay. Now, this is room number 2. We're going to open this door. And if you open the drawers... Oh, wait, you can't. Well, this is normal room. Interactable curtains. We're going to go to the curtains. Number 4. Get room key number 4. We're going to go to room 4. Then you can see. If you open the top drawer, or the bottom drawer, it was the bottom drawer, there's a necklace. Now, once you see the necklace in room 4, you're going to go back to this. You're going to look through everybody's thing. No jewelry, right? No jewelry. Just a normal checkout. But if you go to the dentist, read closely. Notes, guest specifically stated, I traveled light. No medical tools or jewelry brought on this trip. Mr. James, the dentist. And there was a necklace in that room. So, what does that mean? He's the person that he's the I don't know if it's a murderer, I don't know, but he is one of the suspects. Now I forget where you go for this. I think you go into here. No, I think it's in one of the luggages. Hold on. Alright, so yeah. And then there's this pool key, but there's nothing out there. So then we can end it now. Now, we obviously have evidence it's the dentist. Let's see. He's a suspect. You can ask him questions, but I think we know it's the dentist. Let's see. It's the dentist. You can read this and pause it. But I'm returning to lobby. Now the suburbs is all the way right here. I'm not going to do the suburbs because I have not completed the suburbs yet. So you can look up a different tutorial. Now, we just did the motel. Now it's time for the train. Now, I have no idea, because if one of, like, the, this, if it says loading, that means you have to do the other one that is open to unlock the next level. I've unlocked all of them. I've tried the suburbs, but it was very hard. But now we're in the train. So we have one more level after this. Alright, once you enter the train, what you're going to do is you're going to walk this way. You're going to get this suitcase. There's a door handle inside of it. You can't open that. And then go to this coat. There's a key in the coat. Now this code is 4940. You get all of these sorts of little like keys in a lockpick. So I have so much things. So many things. You're going to put the door handle right here. And then you're going to use the lockpick. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, I remember. You're going to open this, and there's shears. You're going to grab the shears, go to this teddy bear, and then this has the key to open the door. There we go. Now, we can see there's a magic wand. You are handed the magic wand. Now the spell is uppercase, it's like that, and then lowercase m, snowman. And then that gives you a bunch of math to do. But the answer is 46. Now, we can't get the green key. It's locked. If you find some cutters, there's a rose. I forget where the cutters are. That's not good. I believe the cutters are right here. There we go. Wire cutters. On the seat. You get the wire cutters on the seat. Cut the wire. And then you have the green key. Open that door. And then that's that. Room key 3. Open this door. Oh, there's a potion. We can read that. Put the potion inside here. Then you go to number 2. Nothing in here. You use the lockpick on door number 1. You get this lighter. You go over here. You take the lighter. You put it in the potion. And it turns colors. Just as you wait. You have the acid potion. You're going to equip it in your inventory. As I'm stuck. You're going to go over here. And then it'll slowly get the lock off the door. You're going to open up this door. Just like that. There's a bunch of rooms to explore. But you don't really need to explore these rooms. Because there's nothing in here. It's just to throw you off. This game is very hard. Now, the code when you walk down the hallway is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 9s. That opens this. There's a cake. You can read this if you want. Now, we can end the investigation. See how quick I do this? Now, we know it is the mechanic. I don't know how, I just know. Because I did some research. I'm just saying it's the mechanic. Well done. Now, we have the museum, and that's our last one for today. You can pause that and read. Now, the museum is the last one for today. I think the museum is honestly kind of hard. Alright, once you get in here, there's a bunch of paintings. When you get into this entrance, you're going to go over here. You're going to get the lockpick. And then I believe the code over here is 1550. Yes. You're going to go over here. You're going to click all of these papers. all of them. There's a key. You're going to click the key and click this red button. That pops out the reader. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way down here. Ignore these paintings because they do absolutely nothing. You're going to go in this room on the right. Oh, first, before you do that, my bad, you need to get the crowbar on the other side. You're going to equip the crowbar, go to this exit sign, and click it. There's the key. Antique room key. You're going to go over here, open this door, and then you're going to go all the way to the end of the hallway and search the plant. There's the art room key. You're going to unlock this door, go all the way down here, use the lockpick on this door, and then wait and hopefully get that right. Oh. Oof. This one's really hard. You have to do it 3 times perfect. So then it opens the door. There we go. Now, there's nothing in the janitor's room besides this. You can pause that and read. So, after you open that door, I don't know what that door is for. I think it's just to see if you want to read that book. You're going to go back up here, then you're going to go all the way here. You're going to go back to the antique room and open this door. Then, you're going to get this white glowing USB drive. Now, remember, there's a leak in the roof. Remember, leak in the roof in your head. Help me, remember. Leak in the roof. Because you're going to go here. You're going to go back to this room. This is staff only, near the entrance. You're going to put this USB stick in the reader and wait. You can now end it. Now, we know it is the glazer. So, do you remember the hole in the roof, right? What is a glazer? A glazer is basically a construction worker. He looks like a construction worker. He was told to fix that roof, but instead, he didn't. So, with that being said, he's guilty. And then you can read this. So, once you've done that, you're all finished. Now, look up another video about the suburbs, because suburbs is really hard. But I hope you can use my video to help you with this. And you can obviously slow down the video and rewind it. But anyways, I think that's all for today. So that's all we have for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have an awesome day. See you guys later. Bye. Detective Duck answers.